In this video, we're going to talk about how SaaS businesses can achieve anywhere from 0 to 2.5% in dividend taxes by using intellectual property, IP, rights, laws, and tax benefits. So let's get right into the video. I'm George Molos from E-commerce Brokers, where we help people buy and sell millions of dollars worth of online businesses every single year. And of course, as you can imagine, when we're helping people buy and sell businesses, there are a lot of SaaS businesses that come to us. And one of the vital things that a lot of these SaaS businesses can do to make their businesses stronger for an exit is get themselves set up with an international tax structure in somewhere like Cyprus that gives people these intellectual property rights and laws, which basically lets them achieve anywhere from 2.5 to even 0% dividend tax. So how can you do this and how does it make sense? Well, let's dive in. First things first, what is intellectual property or IP? In a very broad sense of the term, it is anything that is a creation of the mind. Now, let's go through some examples. This includes source code, software algorithms, databases and structures, user interfaces, trademarks, logos, and of course, patents. Now, a lot of online businesses don't actually have much IP when it comes to their businesses. They think, you know what, let me focus on marketing and acquiring these customers and not worry so much about the defensibility of the business. However, this is a major mistake. When it comes time to sell, IP is one of the most important things for people looking to buy or sell a business. In my opinion, with 15 years under my belt of buying and selling businesses for clients, I think IP is the most important part of a business. A crucial tax strategy that the best in the business use is to actually have the IP part of the business in a separate company. Now, here are the reasons why. This protects your core asset. It of course reduces the corporate tax and creates a clean licensing model for further scaling. I hear you ask, George, if this secret was such a popular method and works so well, why wouldn't the biggest companies do it? Well, they all do. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, all of the biggest companies use this exact strategy. They put their IP in a separate company, and you can too. This works for businesses such as SaaS businesses and platforms, video games, mobile apps, e-learning platforms, and fintech and AI tools. Okay, so this is obviously a well-proven method, tried and true method. How do we actually go about setting this up for our own SaaS businesses? Well, there's 3 steps. The first is create 2 separate entities: an operating company that handles sales, contracts, and support, and an IP holding company in a country like Cyprus, which owns and licenses the software. Now, of course, everything mentioned in this video does not constitute legal, accounting, or financial advice. Of course, talk to the professionals for that. Now, let's get into the video. Number 2 is structure and relationship. The operating company pays royalties to the IP company. The IP is a tax-deductible expense for the operating company. And then, of course, the last and third step is the IP company's benefits, the corporate tax. They pay just a 2.5% effective tax on royalty income via the IP box regime and can distribute dividends at 0% tax to non-residents. Some extra advantages include the fact that you can claim deductibles for developer salaries, software tools, and cloud infrastructure. The same model works with trademarks, branding, and patents. And of course, as I mentioned, this gets you ready for an exit. This typically is best for companies in the digital world with digital assets with over 500K net profit. So in conclusion, an IP box tax structure, it really is the best way to set up your company, not just from a financial and tax perspective, but also being prepared for an exit and just to have your assets in the safest possible structure. And this allows you to pay a 2.5% corporate tax on IP income and 0% on dividends. With the right structure, your software doesn't just build value, but it protects your profits. If you want to talk to a professional that can help you set up your international tax structure for your online or your SaaS business, you can book a link in the description below with Nomad Structure. They are specialized in the world of setting up companies that work online in ideal formats, in the ideal tax structure. So you can book a call below, and we'll see you in the next video.